水平的地理标志保护双边协定，对深化中欧经贸合作具有里程碑式的意义，也充分彰显了中国推进全方位、全领域、高水平的对外开放，以及加强知识产权保护的坚定决心。中欧地理标志协定谈判始于2011年，历时8年的时间。协定文本共14条，对地理标志设定了高水平的保护规则，并在附录中纳入双方各275项具有各自地区特色的地理标志产品，比如中国的安吉白茶、赣南脐橙、贺兰山东雾葡萄酒、欧洲的帕尔马。
Officials are saying that for the Chinese delegates, they have made a lot of agreements and also a lot of progress in the agreement, but they have not yet reached 100% agreement. Can you give us some updates on the progress? In the past 2 weeks, the two top negotiators, they have conducted serious and constructive discussions on properly addressing their core concerns. And they also agree that they would like to remove some of the additional tariffs by phases. By doing that, it can help to stabilize the market expectation and also benefit the U.S. and China's economy and the economy from the world. It actually brings benefits to the consumers and also the producers. Thank you. Next question, please. From Nanhua Zaobao of Hong Kong. Earlier, just noted that the U.S. is considering to remove the 50% tariff that has been imposed earlier to China. And at the same time, the U.S. would like to take something back. For example, they would like China to increase the purchase for the agricultural product from the U.S. So if the U.S. removes the 15% tariffs, does that mean it will be beneficial to reach a deal between the two sides? And will China accommodate to the conditions that has been posed by the U.S.? Thank you. For the tariff, China's position is clear and strong. Actually, the imposition of tariff intrigued the trade war. And this trade war will end if all the tariffs are removed. As for how many percent will be eliminated, we will consider the agreement that has been reached by the phase one. Thank you. Can you give us some of the updates on some of the achievements that have been made by the CIIE, especially some of the information about the EU companies attending the second CIIE? CIIE is an important platform to conduct international trade and business, and it also offers the opportunities for the enterprises to talk to each other and complete transactions. For the transactions for the first CIIE, to our knowledge, for the first CIIE, in general, the situation is quite optimistic. For example, for a Germany company, they have actually signed a 300 vehicle order with the Geely vehicle, and it is worth of over hundreds of billions of RMBs. Some of the enterprises, they also put in more orders after the CIIE. So for the second CIIE, over 750 countries from EU attended the exhibition. In terms of the size, it increased about 20% for the exhibition. The average exhibition area is around 140 square meters. It also shows that we have good quality and good capability of the enterprises that has coming from the EU countries. It also shows that the enterprises exhibition have bring real benefits to the EU companies. As for the registration for the third CIIE, we already see 40 applications from the EU countries. All of these figures show that we have made substantial achievements for the CIIE, and this is also a very attractive platform for these countries. For some of the enterprises, they even invest and build a headquarters in China. For example, one of the Italian company who is a manufacturing of helicopter, they have already built a manufacturing factory in Jiangsu province. In the opening remark from President Xi Jinping in the second CIIE, he said we have a large middle-income classes, and we have a huge potential and enormous market. We have unlimited future, and we welcome all the world to come to China. We hope the EU companies can take leverage of the platform of the CIIE and share the benefits of the development. From Reuters. You have just mentioned about the cancellation of tariff. My question is that So what is the will from China? For example, which part of the tariff that we would like to be eliminated from the US side? And also you mentioned that the two sides has been in touch with each other recently. I want to ask, what is the biggest differences between the two countries as of now? And also, for the first phase agreement, when will it be signed? Thank you. Thank you for your question. As for your questions, for example, the tariff question, I have already responded to that. China's stances to the tariff is clear and consistent. The trade war is intrigued by the imposition of tariff, and the trade war will be ended if the tariffs be removed. As to how many tariffs will be removed in the phase 1, I think we will refer to the phase 1 agreement for further consideration. The two teams have been kept in close communication. We hope the two teams can work together and act in the spirit of equality, mutual respect, and properly address the core concerns for the both sides. Thank you. From Global Times. Recently, the WTO has been decided that the sanctions from the China to US has reached $3.6 billion and what is the expected response from the China? Thank you for your question. I think you are asking a specific arrangement from the WTO. It's about a disputing case. On November the 1st, about the DS471 case, and for the report, the WTO has made the decision that the retaliatory tariff that has been made from China to US has reached $3.5 billion. And this is actually a way from the US to safeguard our legitimate rights. We urge the US to respect the rules and correct their wrongdoings and ensure a healthy development of the China-US trade relation. Thank you. From China Daily, we noted from the 5th to the 8th, the 24th negotiation from China-EU investment agreement is taking place in Beijing. So what is the expectation that coming out of this negotiation? And earlier, we are seeing that by 2020, we would like to achieve a high-quality investment agreement between China and EU. At the same time, we also see a very good result that coming out from the RCEP negotiation. So what is the outlook? Thank you. In order to accelerate the investment agreement, this is actually one of the important tasks for China and the EU side. And China attached great importance for the negotiation of the investment agreement. In the second CIIE, President Xi Jinping has pointed out in his keynote speech that China would like to work with many countries and form a high-level investment agreement. We would like to accelerate the negotiations for the China-EU investment agreement. As of now, the China and EU side is holding the 24th round of negotiation in Beijing. We would like to keep up to this good momentum and make more new headways for this negotiation so that we can achieve the goal that has been set by the leaders. Thank you. From Voice of China of CNR. Now we are entering into the third day for the CIIE. Can you give us some highlights? For example, the exhibition and the products in the CIIE. Thank you. As for the specific and the details about the CIIE, for the enterprises exhibition, we have many sections. For example, we have equipment, food, and also healthcare, etc. in the first 3 days. I would say to many audiences, they attach great importance for the food and the agricultural products, and also they are paying attention to the lifestyle section and the equipment. And some people would like to visiting the country pavilion and the China pavilion. As for the products, we see many new products in the second CIIE. For example, we have the anti-cancer drug, and also a garbage sorting equipment. And we also see the vessels and the robotic arms. There are a lot of cutting-edge technologies that has been presented in the CIIE. All of those technology has also been seen in the daily life. And we could see this time, many people and many countries attach great importance to this section of CIIE. And these companies, they're drawing on their past experiences, on their understanding of China, and bring some products that is suitable for the Chinese consumers. For example, we see many highlights in the equipment section. For example, for some companies, they are actually presenting some of the power generators in the exhibition. In the service trade sector, some of the products are covering the area of live trade and production, etc. Some of the exhibitors, they are offering diversified solutions to the Chinese market. For example, they have provided the cold chain transportation equipment. It can reduce the oxygen level so that it can ensure that the product is fresh and safe during the transportation. And some of the companies, they're actually demonstrating 5G lab and also providing inspection services for vehicles. And also they're helping out to link the 5G technology to the automobile industries. And in better to cater the needs for garbage sorting in China, a German company actually they're launching a biodegrading lab. So this solution can help to sort the garbage. For the health and medical service sector, we see some companies, they're actually demonstrating over 50 medical appliances. Some of the products are very intelligent in nature. They're also offering some remote diagnosis equipment. Half of those medical apparatus has been shown for the CIIE for the first time. So we can see this CIIE exhibition has bring tangible benefits to the Chinese consumers. And also it can help the Chinese companies to get more new products from around the world. Any more questions? And today we talk a lot about the cancellation of the tariff. China always wants the US side to remove the tariff. So I would like to ask, do China meet all the requirements that has been raised by the US side so that the US side would like to remove all of those tariffs? My second question is about the signing of the Phase 1 agreement. So do you think this agreement should be signed by President Xi and President Trump? And I will ask, where shall we sign this agreement, in Europe or other countries? Thank you. Thank you for your questions. And as I have just answered, for the tariff, China's position is clear and consistent. Trade war is actually triggered by the tariff. So the trade war will be end if the tariffs can be removed. If two sides can reach the phase 1 agreement, then we will refer to the agreement to eliminate the proportional tariff. And this is the important precondition to reach a deal. As for the other questions you have been raised, I have no more information. If I have more details, we will release in due course. Thank you. Any more questions? If no more questions, that's the end of the press conference. Thank you.